Yes, people, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for match week 12 of the 21-22 Bundesliga season. Now, a quick thing to say that I am very, very sorry that I did not get a video out. The previous video because I was not well at all. But it is nice to be back. It's nice to be back for doing these Bundesliga games as well. A big thank you to everyone who's got me to 1.5k as well. I really, really do appreciate it. So thank you very, very much indeed. So let's have a quick look at how everyone did in match week 11, because obviously we didn't obviously do a video as well. The hat got 2. The hat got 2, so not a very, very good score for the hat on that one. I got four points in this one as well. So we'll go through the scores anyway. So we had the hat on 2. And then on 3 was the Asian Sensational FC and Shane O'Donnell on 3. And then on 4, there was myself, Lanzo, and James Dunlop on 4. 5, we had Sean Brennan and Sportcat. Reese got 6 as well. And the high scorer with 7 out of 9 was Chris Welsh. So very, very well done, Chris. 7 out of 9 for those fixtures as well. There were a couple of shock scored lines in that game as well. So very, very well done, Chris, as well. But we move on to match week 12, and we have Augsburg against Bayern Munich. 4 wins to Bayern Munich and 1 draw. The last meeting was a 1-0 win to Bayern Munich. Look, Augsburg lost by 1-0 against Wolfsburg. Bayern Munich went 2-1 win over Freiburg. There's only really one result you can see happening in this one, and unfortunately, it's just going to be a Bayern win. It's as simple as that. I just can't see. I can't see anything on the Bayern win. That they're doing very, very well. Managed to get a 2-1 win over Freiburg. Freiburg were probably the most informed team at that time as well. So looking at this, I can only see a Bayern Munich win in all honesty. So I'm going Augsburg 0, Bayern 4. 4-0 to Bayern Munich. And now we have Bayer Leverkusen against VfL Bochum. 2 wins to Leverkusen and 2 wins to Bochum and a draw. The last result was a 5-2 win to Leverkusen. Well, Leverkusen and 1-1 draw with Hertha Berlin. Disappointing result, that one, actually. You look at the game as a whole, and I think, Leverkusen should have won that game as well. So maybe the international break came at the right time for them as well. VfL Bochum, on the other hand, 2-0 win over Hoffenheim. So, they're starting to get wins, which is the main thing for to be in this Bundesliga, is to get wins, and a very, very good victory against Hoffenheim as well, who were going well, who were going very, very well in this division. But Leverkusen are at home, so I think home advantage will be key in this one. I'm going 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen. Borussia Dortmund against Stuttgart. 4 wins to Dortmund and 1 win to Stuttgart. And in fact, that Stuttgart win was a 5-1 win. If everyone remembers that game, Lucien Favre was sacked straight after the game as Dortmund manager. 5-1 defeat the last time they played. Look, Dortmund lost 2-1 to Leipzig, and again, another team who I think the international break came at the right time for was definitely Borussia Dortmund as well. Look, they're missing Holland, you'd have to say. In Holland, I don't think it's back till January. So very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing, you would have to say, with that one. But Dortmund, they do need to get better. They have the Champions League coming up as well to try and get through. So They need to improve. They definitely need to improve. Stuttgart, on the other hand, they lost 1-0 to Arminia Bielefeld. So when you say there's strange results happening, that was one of them. I did not expect Stuttgart to lose to Bielefeld, but Stefan Ortega and the Bielefeld goal was very, very good in that one, you'd have to say. So I am actually going to go for a 2-1 win to Dortmund. It's not a confident 2-1 win to Dortmund either. I just think Dortmund will be too strong for Stuttgart as well. So we have Borussia Mönchengladbach against Greuther Fürth. It is 3 wins to Mönchengladbach and 2 wins to Greuther Fürth. The last result, surprisingly, was a 2-0 win to Greuther Fürth. Mönchengladbach 1-1 with Mainz. Again. They're taking the lead, but they're conceding. They're conceding straight after. As well. It's very, very frustrating. It sums up their season, really. They seem to keep going into leads and then just losing the lead straight away. It's very, very disappointing from Mönchengladbach as well. But Greuther Fürth, I mean, this is the thing with them. They've still not won in, I think it's now 20 Bundesliga games or 21 Bundesliga games, and unfortunately, I just don't see where the results are going to come from, in all honesty. So, regrettably, I'm going to say 2-0 Mönchengladbach. Well, not regrettably, but I would say, hopefully for our sake, that I do think that Mönchengladbach will get the 2-0 win against Fürth. And, Fürth, they do need to get a home win eventually. But it's not going to be this week because, they are away at Die Fohlen, I should say. So, going to be a very interesting game. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Mönchengladbach. I think it'll be too strong for Greuther Fürth. And now Arminia Bielefeld against VfL Wolfsburg. 5 wins to Wolfsburg. The last meetup was a 3-0 win to Wolfsburg. Arminia Bielefeld finally got their first win of the season. It was a 1-0 win over Stuttgart. And as I've said, their goalkeeper, Stefan Ortega, had a very, very good game in the Bielefeld goal. So very, very well done to him. Very well done to Bielefeld for getting their first win. Very, very impressive stuff, you would have to say. But it's going to be a very, very interesting game because Wolfsburg did get a 1-0 win over Augsburg. And you know what? Wolfsburg have definitely improved since, obviously, the sacking of Mark van Bommel. They've picked up a couple of wins as well. A couple draw in there as well. And also they won in the Champions League as well. So big week for Wolfsburg. Obviously, Champions League as well. That group is on a knife edge as well. I think it's... I don't think anyone's qualified through that group yet, so big group that one as well. But looking at this game, I can think Wolfsburg will win this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Wolfsburg. Hoffenheim against RB Leipzig. It is 2 draws and 3 wins to Leipzig. Last result was a 1-0 win to Leipzig. Both of these sides on the back of Hoffenheim on a very interesting 2-0 defeat to Bochum in the last game. Their form's up and down, aren't they? They seem to win where you least expect them to. I.e., they beat Leipzig. Sorry, no, they didn't. Scratch that anyway. But losing to Bochum is a surprise. It is a big surprise for Hoffenheim to do that. But it's going to be a very interesting game because Leipzig did beat Dortmund by 2-1. However, though, their form is up and down as well. So it's a tricky one to call, but I just look at the way that Leipzig are playing at the moment, and I think they will be just too strong for Hoffenheim. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Leipzig. I think they will be too strong for them in there. And now we have Union Berlin against Hertha Berlin. So the Berlin derby. Yes. Big game, this one. So it's 1 win to Berlin, 2 wins to Hertha, and 2 draws. The last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Union Berlin had a 2-2 with Köln in the last game as well. Taiwo Awoniyi, yet again, I'm losing count of how many times I've said about this guy. But again, getting the goals when it matters for Union, and a very, very good win at that as well. So really good for them. Hertha 1-1 with Bayer Leverkusen. So again, another team that probably had the international break come at the right time for them. It is the Berlin derby. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Berlin. Actually, Union. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Union. I think Union will win this one. I'm going for a 2-1 win in the derby to Union. And they haven't won many games against Hertha, so should be a good one, that one. Freiburg against Frankfurt. 2 wins to Frankfurt, 2 draws and 1 win to Freiburg. The last result was a 2-2 draw. Well, Freiburg did lose 2-1 to Bayern Munich in the end, but they gave a very, very good fight of it against Bayern Munich. Got the late goal to, have a grandstand finish, but unfortunately it was just not. It was just a little bit too late. But Freiburg were the informed team going into this weekend, even before the Bayern Munich defeat anyway. Frankfurt, they did win 2-1 against Greuther Fürth. Again, their form is just up and down right now. You just do not know what Frankfurt is going to turn up. So, with that being said, I am going to go for a 2-0 win to Freiburg. I think Freiburg will bounce back with a good win against Frankfurt. And now the final game, we have Mainz against FC Köln. 2 wins to Mainz, 2 wins to Köln, 1 draw. The last result was a 1-0 win to FC Köln. Mainz getting a 1-1 with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Not much between the sides. It was a very, very good draw for them in that one. FC Köln a 2-2 with Union Berlin in the last game as well. So you look at this game and it's got draw written all over it. I haven't actually predicted many draws, and this is the only draw I think that's going to happen in this one. So I'm going to 1-1 between Mainz and FC Köln. Now, so that's what I think. I'm going Augsburg 0, Bayern 4. Bayer Leverkusen 3, Bochum 1. Borussia Dortmund 2, Stuttgart 1. Mönchengladbach 2, Greuther Fürth 0. Bielefeld 0, Wolfsburg 1. Hoffenheim 1, Leipzig 2. Union Berlin 2, Hertha 1. Freiburg 2, Eintracht Frankfurt 0. And Mainz 1, FC Köln 1. So it is time for this little fella, the hat. What is the hat going to predict? So let's just check. All 3 are in there. And we're going Augsburg against Bayern Munich. Away win. Yep, I think you could be right there. So, Bayer Leverkusen versus Bochum. What's it going to say? Home win. Yeah, I think probably could be right there as well. So let's just do that. Borussia Dortmund versus Stuttgart. What is the hat saying? Ooh. Draw? Possible. Stuttgart did win the last meeting, so who knows? Who knows what will happen to that one? Mönchengladbach versus Greuther Fürth. What's the hat thinking? Another draw? Greuther Fürth still need to get wins under their belts anyway, but will it come this weekend? Who knows? Arminia Bielefeld versus Wolfsburg. Home win. Well. I think that Bielefeld will get a home win against Wolfsburg. Could happen. Never say never. Hoffenheim against RB Leipzig. Away win. Yep, I think that could be an away win. Right, the most important game of the lot this weekend. Union Berlin against Hertha Berlin. What does the hat think for this one? Draw. Yeah, it's a derby. You could potentially finish in a draw, but I've given Union home advantage in this one, so we'll see. Freiburg against Frankfurt. What's the hat thinking? Another draw? Hat is predicting a couple of draws in this one. And the final game is Mainz against FC Köln. What's the hat think? Away win? Quite possible. So we shall see. So the hat is going for an away win for Bayern Munich against Augsburg, a home win for Bayer Leverkusen against Bochum, draw between Dortmund and Frankfurt, draw between Mönchengladbach and Greuther Fürth, Home win for Arminia Bielefeld against Wolfsburg. Away win for Leipzig away at Hoffenheim. A draw between the Union and Hertha. Draw between Freiburg and Eintracht Frankfurt. And away win for FC Köln against Mainz. So that's what I think. That's what the hat thinks. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But until then, enjoy the football. The German Bundesliga is back. Should be very, very interesting. But until then, it's goodbye from me. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.